So I recently had a request for Powergirl content, and I was thinking of doing Who Can Beat. I was thinking of just doing a How Strong Is, a Goon video maybe, because Powergirl actually does go hard in the paint. She's famous for having big tits, but she brings more than that to the table, you sexist bastards. But regardless, grab your coffee, settle down with the coffee shop. It's your host today, Jobbers and Goons. I think I got a really dope video for you. I'm going to do a quick rundown on Supergirl versus Powergirl, in particular my favorite versions of them, which would be post-crisis, and just talking about who do I think would actually win, because they have been compared a couple times before. I mean, they're literally close to being the same character, both being versions of Supergirl. So to see them actually clash, in my opinion, would be pretty dope. So I'm going to give you my answer to the battle. If you like battles like this, drop 150 likes and I will bring one of these characters back. But thank you guys for tuning into this one. If you haven't seen my main channel before, Jobbers and Goons, go check it out. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. Let's begin. So first we're going to talk about Powergirl, what she brings to the table. Powergirl actually does have really good statements and feats to her name. She's gone toe-to-toe with Black Adam and gone back and forth with him, even taking hits from him. Black Adam himself being at certain points able to be considered a team buster. That is, literally took on the JSA a couple times, I believe. However, it is questionable how high you rank alternate versions of the league. You know, it's kind of like a B-list type deal going on there. She has gone toe-to-toe with Supergirl before, at some points being called her equal in physicality and power. At other points even being called potentially a little stronger. Early on, I think it still was post-crisis, she was referred to alongside Superman as one of the strongest beings in the multiverse, and it makes sense she got dragged in with Superman given their close lineage and similar genealogy. They probably are relative, and given she's an alternate to Supergirl, and Supergirl's always put in the same tier as Superman, it does make sense. Powergirl has been able to knock around Supergirl, has gone toe-to-toe with Superman, Black Adam, and overall has held her own pretty comfortably in the Superman-ish tier in DC. Looking over at Supergirl, I personally loved her post-crisis run. And I think her best feats really from this, one was against a Monitor, in which she openly threatened a Monitor after being able to sense him. But I think her power was really demonstrated in the Dark Supergirl arc. Basically, Supergirl, when sent, was kind of sent with that dark side to her, and that killer side to her that wasn't meant for Superman. How Superman was seen as potentially being like that alien dominator. That actually was supposed to be Supergirl, and she had to fight off these urges, these nasty psychological torments, because you got to understand something. Clark arrived as a baby, right? He didn't have the mental trauma growing up with his people, seeing his world burn. Supergirl did. So she had that darker edge to her. Dark Supergirl actually splits from Supergirl. And Dark Supergirl is able to beat up Flash, pulls up on Green Lantern, was gonna bake Martian Manhunter, and was stopped by the efforts of Supergirl, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Now, Supergirl was just fine going against Dark Supergirl when Supergirl should technically be weakened since she got split, as well as Supergirl held her own against Superman himself and Wonder Woman. There was also a Grundy that was a version of Grundy. As you guys know, Solomon Grundy flip-flops all the damn time in terms of power, but he was beating up one of the teams, and they needed Supergirl to casually come in and save them. She was very strong. Now, she wasn't above Superman, but she was said to be around that level. She just didn't know how to control it or tap into it, that internal power, as fluidly as a character like Superman can, because he's just more, even though she came before him technically, he's a lot more mature in his power and stability. So she's just not as advanced as Superman in terms of him being able to consistently tap into it. But in terms of raw power, she absolutely hits up there in terms of like Superman tiers. Now, to kind of compare these characters, I think what's interesting is to kind of go over how they did against Wonder Woman. And that's interesting too. Wonder Woman was fighting against Powergirl. She said she was super strong, right? She's like, yo, Powergirl's strong. Her lasers are super powerful. but she was like, I can take it to a whole nother level on this bitch. Like, that's how Wonder Woman felt. And against Dark Supergirl and regular Supergirl, Wonder Woman was confident. She's like, yo, I'm Princess Diana, all this shit. But she wasn't like on some, oh, I'm a whole nother level. And Dark Supergirl was kind of playing with her, kind of toying around, didn't really see her as that big of a threat. It was kind of a joke because Dark Supergirl sees herself as so much above them. And Supergirl was, like I said, easily stalemated with Dark Supergirl. So, it's tough. These two have almost the same exact power set. But in terms of feats, I think Supergirl has slightly better feats. I also think Supergirl's a little faster. Supergirl is stupid fast. Like I said, she threatened to blitz a monitor. She was as fast, if not faster, than Superman. She tanked a father box right to her face. Like a whole bunch of crazy shit. She's stupid fast. So I think she has a slight speed advantage in terms of feats and stuff. So in this battle, with two characters so close in terms of what they bring to the table, I think Supergirl has slightly better feats. And I think in their post-crisis battle here, just looking at how they should measure up, I slightly favor Supergirl. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think. Both of these characters are super strong, so if you want to see them return or see other versions of them return, let me know in the comment section down below, and let me know what your favorite versions of them are. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Jobbers and Goons. This is The Coffee Shop, and I will see y'all later. Peace.